What's going on YouTube? This is the one anti-hero here, and as you can see right in front of you, and also the title, I'm doing my top 5 decks that shouldn't have been made. Now, I just want to say, to start things off, the decks on this list aren't on here because I hate them, because I actually like some of them, but I just think that they aren't fun to play against, or overall bad for the game. No really particular order here, even though some of these, I guess you could say it is kind of in order. So, let's get into the first one. At number 5, I got Final Countdown. Now, this deck isn't that annoying. Like, it has a lot of stall and stuff, but it still feels like you're kind of in control, where you can, work around it and not feel helpless, because, there's only so many stall cards, and Scrapdragon puts it in this deck's butt. So, that's how I feel about that. 20 turns isn't... It's enough, If it was like 10 turns, then that'd be crazy. But most Final Countdown decks don't do well because they, just, lose control. And there's a lot of ways where you can counter it. The banning of Shockmaster and Heavy Storm was actually helping them, but I don't see anybody doing too well with them right now. So they get the number 5 spot. Now, number 4, Chainburn. What can we say about this deck that isn't already said? This is like a worse Final Countdown because they legit can kill you in like 1 or 2 turns, depending on the cards they draw. It's like they deal like 3,000 damage to you, then replenish their whole hand. Like, it's just really dumb. There's some people who play Chainburn, and like I don't mind playing against them. A friend of mine actually played against them, and I played against a friend who plays Final Countdown. I don't really get mad. I'm just like, I'd rather lose the Final Countdown than Chainburn, honestly, because, if I couldn't kill them in 20 turns, then that's my problem. But Chainburn, they just sack the shit out of me. It's just like, it's dumb, It's like they're just playing with themselves, and I'm just over here trying to get at their life points, and I can't. I haven't lost to too many of them, but I have lost to them before, so it just sucks, Chainburn just really isn't a fun deck to play. It actually gets you, like, anxious and stuff because you're like, damn, can I kill them before they kill me? And you don't want to run into that magic cylinder and stuff like that. So it depends on the situation. Now, number 3, I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for this, but I got Dark Worlds. Now, I only say Dark Worlds not even because, like, I guess they're archetype. Like, they search a lot and spellbooks search a lot, but the only reason that they're on this list and spellbooks isn't is because they discard from your opponent's hand as well. Like, Drag Down to the Grave is just kind of an unfair card because, Dark World's just plus off of it, and basically they look at your whole hand and they can set up everything against you, and that's just not fair to me. Just play a one-on-one. It's like almost cheating, in effect. I'm not saying that if you play Dark World you cheat. I'm just saying that looking at your opponent's hand, it just doesn't seem right to me, Like, they should have never made a archetype that does that. I feel like every card game has a deck that does that, but that's like one of the trolliest decks. It may be the trolliest deck in existence, like any deck like that. So I don't really agree with Konami making them. Back in the day when they first came out, they were okay. They weren't that great, but then with their support in the structure decks and all that, they got a lot better, obviously. And you don't see them topping too often. I just kind of think it's because not enough people play them. And I'm sure there's people who do top, and there's even people who are really good innovators of the deck. So, shout out to them if they play it. It's not fun to play against this deck for me. I don't know. I'm not saying it takes no skill, because you do have to have skill to play every deck, I believe. But with this one, it's really annoying to play against, And I played it online, as you see in some replays, and it's just really trolly. So I'm going to have to give the number 3 spot to them. Now, number 2 is Exodia. I know a lot of people are probably going to hate on that, but honestly, Exodia, when it first came out, excuse me, I was fine with it. But then, with all the draw power that Konami made, and all the quick one-turn draw power, like the Bamboo Sword, the Royal Magical Library combo, that's the one that's crazy. My friend Ben was actually playing me just for fun the other day. Yesterday, in fact, and he OTK'd me. And, like, I didn't even get to draw my 6th card. You know what I mean? So it was really dumb, and, I'm just not a fan of Exodia. Like, just one-turn Exodia is crazy, I mean, if it was like the old back in the day with Zangan, Witch, and you had Emissary of Darkness and stuff, like it was a little more easier to get around. Even though Pot and Gristle was around, there wasn't that many draw cards. But now you got your Upstart Goblins, Pod Duality's at 3, you know, Shockmaster's banned and stuff, so you can't call spells. And it really sucks, you know. Like nobody wants to lose to Exodia because like your opponent didn't inflict any life points to you. They probably helped you gain life points instead, and they won with Exodia. It's kind of a cheap way to win. I'm not knocking anybody who's ever played Exodia and had success. I'm just saying, you know, it doesn't seem fair to me. You know, I'd rather just lose because my opponent outdrew me. I mean, really did outdraw me. Obviously, they get Exodia the first turn, but I mean, at least give me, you know, a few turns to counteract and stuff. It's like, it's crazy, you know. I just don't think Exodia, like right now, it should actually go on the ban list, but that's my personal opinion. I don't think it'll happen, though, because a lot of people are fans of it. So, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Now, number 1. This is kind of, like, weird, but it's any deck that is meant to OTK. I'm not talking about decks that can just OTK, like, just because they're that deck. Like, I know Murmurs go OTK, Dragons go OTK. You know, any deck that does that, like, it's part of their deck is fine. You know, they just usually don't OTK, but if they draw, like, the perfect hand, they can OTK. I'm talking about decks that just, like, their whole purpose is to OTK. And basically, if they, you know, kill you, if they don't kill you with their OTK, then they're done. Like the whole Cyberstein thing when it was out, Chimera Tech, Fortress Dragon, which nobody plays anymore, but it's a possibility because Future Fusion's gone, so... You know, decks like that, like OTK decks, it's not fun for the game because, like, I mean, your match is done within 5 minutes, and, like, that's not fun at all. Like, you don't want to go to a tournament and waste, like, $4 or $5, or even a regional event, and just basically be knocked out because of cards like that. You know, nobody wants to play that, which is, you know, Konami usually takes care of certain things like that, decks that do that, like, Gear Free and you know, the Butterfly Dagger L1 combo, and things like that. So they do usually take care of those things, so I'm happy most of the time when Konami does. But I'm just saying no decks. In a perfect world, of course, there should be no OTK decks, but unfortunately it doesn't happen, so, you know, maybe one day we'll get, you know, everything fixed with Konami, but they release Sixth Sense as a TCG at 1, so who knows what Konami's thinking. But, yeah, that's going to do it for my list, guys. I really appreciate every one of you for watching, and if you disagree with this list or agree with this list, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, you know. It's all open for discussion. I'm kind of curious to know what you guys think, too. So, this is the One Anti-Hero, signing out. Everyone have a great day.